Any of you ever went to camp, to summer camp? Sometimes camp could be you go to a day camp and you might you're with a group of other children and you play games, you do crafts, and have a lot of fun. And then you go home at night with your parents. Sometimes there's sleepover camp. And when I was I think I was 6 years old the first year I went, almost seven, and we would go for a week at a time to camp. And I went from the time I was 6 till I was 15. I went every summer and I loved it. We would ride horses, we played games, we did crafts, we went swimming, we had volleyball tournaments. We had a good time and I loved it. Well, the story we're going to read today is about a boy named Benny who goes to camp. And actually, we're going to read half of the story today and half of it tomorrow or for the next time, because it's a longer story. So the title is called Benny the Big Shot Goes to Camp, and it's by Bonnie Bader. She is the author, illustrated by Sherry Warren. There's the picture. You can see it. And as you can see, when you go to summer camp and you're going to sleep over, you have to pack lots of things. So let's read about Benny as he goes to camp. Benny was going to sleepaway camp for the very first time. It's time to pack your bags, Mom said. Oh, I could do it by myself, Benny said. I've read the camp list a billion times. I know just what I have to bring. Think about some of the things that you would have to take when you go to sleepaway camp. Think about them. You're going to be there for a week, maybe two. Think about some of the things you would have to pack, all the things that you would need. Let's see what Benny packed. Benny packed shorts and t-shirts for warm days. He packed long pants and long sleeve shirts for cooler days. He packed sneakers for running and he packed hiking boots for hiking. He packed swimming trunks for swimming. He packed a sweater and a sweatshirt and he packed lots of socks. There, Benny said, and he sat on his trunk. I'm done. Do you think Benny had everything he might have needed? I think you forgot something, Mom said. I didn't forget, Benny said. He grabbed the underwear from his mom. I was just saving those for last. I don't know. His cheeks look a little pink. I think he's embarrassed. I think he did forget. Benny's little sister, Molly, walked into the room. Aren't you scared to go to camp? Molly asked Benny. Me? Scared? Benny said with a laugh. I'm not scared of anything. I'll be the best camper Camp Treetop has ever seen. Can I have Benny's room while he's gone? Molly asked. Mom shook her head. Your brother's only going to be gone for 2 weeks. He'll be back before you know it. As soon as Molly and Mom left the room, Benny put a few more things into his trunk, things that weren't on the camp list. What else do you think Benny might have packed? Hmm, think about it. On Monday morning, Benny left for camp. Goodbye, dear, his mom said. Don't get homesick, Molly said. Don't worry about me, Benny said. I'm going to be the best camper Camp Treetop has ever seen. He looked pretty happy as he's getting ready to go. Then he walked on the bus. He had a big smile on his face. None of the other kids were smiling. A few of the kids were crying. What's wrong with you guys? Benny asked. Sleepaway camp is the best. Benny sat down at the back of the bus. He waved to Molly. He blew a kiss to his parents. And when he was sure they were out of sight, he wiped a tear from his face. Why do you think Benny was going to cry? Why do you think he had that tear? And why were the other students crying, the other boys and girls? Sure, when you go away from your parents, it makes you feel a little sad because you might miss them, but it also can be a lot of fun when you get there. So they really wanted to go, they just felt a little sad. Finally, the bus reached camp. I'm your counselor, Matt, a young man said. Welcome to bunk 3. Everyone can pick a bunk bed. I call bottom, a camper named Sam said. There's no way I can have a top bunk, a boy named Tom said. I'm afraid of heights. Sometimes when I was at camp, I slept in the top bunk. Sometimes I was on the bottom bunk, and I liked either one. What's wrong with you guys? Benny asked. I love the top bunk. I always sleep on the top. I'm not afraid of heights. Benny put down his duffel bag. He scrambled up the ladder and he plopped on the bed. See, Benny said to the other campers, it's great up here. I'm king of the hill. Then Benny landed on the floor with a big thump. Benny looked up at the other campers. They just stared at him. Then Benny started to laugh. Wasn't that a cool trick? He said. Matt helped Benny up. Come on, guys, Matt said. It's time to go sailing. Sailing? Benny said. I love to sail. I bet I'm the best sailor Camp Treetop has ever seen. They walked down to the lake. They put on life vests. Who wants to go first? Matt asked. Benny raised his hand. Benny and Matt climbed onto the sailboat. I know just what to do, Benny told Matt. He grabbed the rope, he grabbed the sail, and the boat tipped over. Benny floated to the top of the lake. Matt grabbed onto him. You shouldn't have done that, Matt said. But I wanted to get wet, Benny said. It's very hot out here. Let's get back to shore, Matt said. It's almost time for wood shop. Wood shop, Benny said. I love wood shop. I bet I'm the best woodworker Camp Treetop has ever seen. We're going to stop with our story right there today. But let's think about something. Does any of you have any idea? First of all, what could have happened when Benny went in the water like that when he didn't follow the rules? He could have gotten hurt, right? Sure. So think about Benny. Hmm. Benny really thinks he's real good at things, right? What do we call somebody that always says, I'm the best, I can do the best? Did you ever hear the word bragger? When you brag, you tell people all the time, I did this, I did that, I. You use that word a lot. And I think Benny is a bragger. Tomorrow, we will talk more about Benny and we'll think about some more things that Benny did at camp. We'll see about some more things. All right, you have a good day. Bye.